Hi, Soto Seconds. It's Carmen Cassinger from Chicago, Phil again. Today, we're gonna hit some spots because just like you don't practice addition and subtraction and you're, as a math genius doing all your algebra and geometry, you hit what you don't know how to do yet. Just like vocabulary, you would never study words that you already know. You only study the words you don't know. So violin is the same kind of thing. You're busy people, you want to really focus in on what's hard, and then the rest of everything else takes care of itself. So we're going to hit spots today, and then but I'd like to start with a little bit of some care for your violin and bow. So when you start, hopefully when you put your bow away, we'll talk about that too, your bow is loose, right? So loose, so you want to tighten it, but how much do you tighten it, right? You still want a really good curve here, okay? You never want it to be straight across. You don't want it so that when I put my bow on my string, I can push it down all the way, but I don't necessarily have to, okay? Yeah, just a little bit. Then the other thing is, I use a shoulder rest on my violin. I'm sure you guys are using a shoulder rest, or even I've used rolled up scarves. I've used even sponges. The key is that when you play violin, you don't want to have to raise up your shoulder or do anything weird, because it's hard enough, right? So you want to make sure that it sort of sets your instruments that you can hold it without holding it. Just so it rests right there on your clavicle. So here I am. Right? And you can see that I don't have one shoulder higher or lower than the other. Okay. So let's see. You can see I have one fine tuner on my violin, just on the E string, but you might have more. Okay. The key is never to let the fine tuner go all the way and hit the bottom, hit the wood of the instrument. If it is, you have to loosen it a bunch, and then tune with one of the major pegs at the top. So that's enough. So let's go on today a little bit. Let's start by tuning. We're going to start, remember that good bow hold, 2 fingers over, first finger curved, pinky curved, thumb is curved, remember? Lots of action. You got to really move it. We did our little spider in the past. I hope you guys are still practicing that. Today we're going to start with just 4 long bows on each string. Join me for the 4 long bows, and then in addition, tune up your instrument, make sure we're in the same place. Think about opening your arm to the middle, and then all I have to do is straighten my arm. Same thing, bend my arm, just see I have my square, and then go to the frog. Keeps my bow nice and straight in between the bridge and the fingerboard. Now we'll hit some spots. First place we're going to hit is our favorite place, bar 41. This part is, we get traded off. First violins get it first, and then we play it, and then the cellos play it. Strangely, ours is kind of the hardest. We're in 3rd position. First violins can play theirs in first, but we have to be up in a 3rd position. Remember about how finding 3rd finger, replacing it with our 1st finger, that's the G. And then drop 2. I'd like to start today just going note by note. So here I am. Found my 1st finger, drop 2. Here's the A. G sharp is closed. A again. 4. 3 is close. A. 1st finger is lower this time. So the trickiest part about this is being able to play the A to the G sharp and then the A to the G natural. Let's try that together, okay? Play the A, G sharp, A, regular G, so a whole step away. Let's do it again. A, me show you on my fingerboard what I'm doing. A, G sharp, A, G. See how my first finger kind of steps back? A, G sharp, A, G. One more time, and then we'll put it together. Okay, note by note, starting on that third beat, A. All together. Blueberry, blueberry. Do it again. Blueberry. Okay. Slur 3. I'll play it, then you play it. Join me. Blueberry. Okay, so let's do, we practice a little bit with rhythms. Let's do that. I want you to hold the first note of every 3. I'll play it, then you play it. One more time. Make sure you get to that 4th finger. Now we're going to hold the second of every 3. I'll play it, then you play it. Join me. One more time. Okay, now we'll hit, that was the hardest one, P.S. So good job, whatever happened. It's going to get better every time you do this. Next one, hold the last of every 3. I'll play it, then you play it. Join me. Close first finger, then far first finger. Okay? One more time. Great. Now let's try slur 6 as it's written, okay? Blueberry, blueberry pie. Go. Again. Again. Excellent. I know you've got it now. So we hit that spot. Let's move on to another spot. Let's go to bar 35. All right. I love this part. We get to play we get the moving notes. So what I'd like to practice in bar 35 is every note separately. Remember, we've got low 2s here on the A string. I'll play it one time so you hear it. Okay, the tricky part is really just the last beat. Take a look at it. It's 1, 3, 2, 1 with a low 2. Okay? All together, all notes separate. Ready? Go. You may notice that I'm playing a 4th finger on the second beat. You can play an open E, but it won't sound as good. All right, but that's the note we're going for, is the same note as the open E. All right, this time we're gonna add our bowing. Watch my bow. Join me, we're a little bit below tempo, and don't forget the decrescendo, we get soft at the end. Ready? Blueberry, blueberry. You don't have to work so hard. Try on this part to be really careful not to hit the 3rd note of every 3. It can sound a little bit like because we're trying to get back to the lower half because we have 2 beats on a bow going down and only 1 going up. So just be really light on your upbeat. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. One more time together. 1, 2, 3, blueberry. Together again. Awesome. I'm sure you nailed it. Let's try another one. Let's try measure 31. Now, 31 is only weird because normally we play the first note of every 3 is different and then we play an open string. This one on the 3rd beat, you don't have an open string after the first note. It's the 3rd finger. Let's go note by note one time. Now join me. You can do it. So this is bar 31, starting on a 3rd finger on the D string. Blueberry. Okay? Let's try it with the bowing. Remember, save and use up, but nice and light on the up bow. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice work. Okay, so I'd like to talk a little bit about just the next section, the next like 3 bars, because here we get to play around a little bit with the 3rd finger being a regular D natural, regular D natural, and then scoot it up for a D sharp so it's close to your 4th finger. Let me play for you. This is starting on bar 32, right where we just ended. 2, 3, high 3. On the D string, and then our favorite part. Let's try it together, starting here on this 3rd finger on bar 32, getting ready for the D sharp and the G sharp on the D string. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so notice that when I play that crescendo and I'm growing through the first bar, I use a really slow bow because the crescendo, I want to use bow speed on that. So save up. See what I mean? As soon as I start moving my bow fast, I don't have to press hard or anything. That just makes it louder. Join me. 2, 3. Let's do this whole section. Let's go from bar 31 all the way to where we ended, okay? Here we go, favorite place. Blueberry, blueberry. Slow, bow, more. is a good practice session. Repeating stuff that is tricky several times and in different ways, it's going to help you get better and really be solid on the hard stuff, because the other stuff you got. Anyway, see you next time.